Hello, here we are. I believe today is actually day 33. I was a little confused yesterday. I'm doing this a little early because actually I'm tired and I'm going to bed early. And I have to get up a little early. My husband wants to burn some wood outside, and I need an x-ray of my back before I go to my follow-up appointment and have my stitches out on Wednesday. So I'm starting this a little early. The scenery is now different. I have come home to my home. I have left the nesting at my parents' home. And I'm going to be honest with you. I felt a little bit uneasy. Even after all my hype about the Holy Spirit and how God is working, I've come home and it's a little different. But I know I've been, Mom and Dad are quite good at making me feel at home and able to rest. And when you come to your own home, there's always stuff to do. And I'm always a little bit pulled in these coming weeks after surgery between feeling like I need to rest and yet I want to feel like a person. And you're kind of in this in between, and it's just kind of a mucky feeling. I don't like it. However, since I have been preaching or sharing what has been important to me, I'm all the more aware of fighting this feeling. And that's what I'm trying to do. I've cleaned a few things and unpacked a few things and took a good nap. And but I'm also trying to practice what I keep saying, that He is near and He is with us. And there's this way, some way, to fight through this unease. It's like recognizing the unease as the enemy, not the situations. Sometimes I can look at, like, there were a series of things today that happened. None of them are big in and of themselves, but it's just a series of conversations, of interactions with different people. And you suddenly stop and go, those are all making me feel funny. And they're all kind of making me feel funny in a similar way. For me, it's just, again, I fight, and I think I've said this before, I fight this feeling of, just being sick and not really being able to do what I want to do. Other people can do what I can't do. Most of the time I try to be okay with that, and then some days it piles on and I suddenly feel claustrophobic in my own skin. And or even just, Lord, it's like I'm coming home and I just, it's like I feel like I want something to be different. And that difference may very well be in my legs. I've got a little ways to go to feel just how strong they are. They feel stronger, but as I said, I've got some healing to do before I know exactly what's going on there. But it's like I'm just kind of ready for something kind of concrete financially to change, to make more sense. Do you ever just get there? It's like, Lord, I need you to do something. And instead of feeling like I'm walking into that place where I know what He's going to do, it's kind of like I've come home and I'm like, okay, I got to get my act together now. I got to figure out how to rest and feed myself. And it's funny, in my own house, the dust bunnies, the dust on the shelves, it's just all there. I don't see any of that at my mother's house. It's kind of funny how that is, but I don't. So anyway, I'm saying all that to be honest and to be real and to say that my journey is not without moments where my heart is feeling unease. And yet as we're talking and thinking about Christmas, I think one of the things that amazes me is to imagine the 400 years of silence that happened before Jesus even came into the world. Matthew chapter 1, verse 17 says it this way: thus there were 14 generations in all from Abraham to David, from 14 from David to the exile to Babylon, and then 14 from the exile to the Christ. Can you imagine? 14 years of exile. Now, I know that they weren't all in exile at the time, that they did go back and rebuild some of the walls, but can you imagine that there was just this much time, this much space that went on where they were just waiting and wondering, Lord, are you going to be who you said you're going to be? Are you going to do what you said you're going to do? And a lot of those generations, those people came and went. Not all of them got to see the answer. Some of them might have even seen Jesus and not realized He was the answer. So right now, in this moment of unease, I'm going to try to imagine, think about the generations, 14 that passed, that lived in the in-between. Maybe even living from Abraham to David would have been better, or David certainly to the exile. I mean, at least there were these kings and stuff going on, but from the exile to just waiting for Jesus, for something to happen, that's a long time to wait. And the answer came. The answer came in Jesus. The answer came in his life, his ministry, and then in him giving himself for us. So in this moment of my unease, thanks for the opportunity to speak out one more time that his life, his walk, the way he changed things here a long time ago matters right now in this moment for me to be able to breathe and think that I am one of the ones who gets to live in the era of the Holy Spirit speaking. We know this story. Yes, we're waiting again. We are waiting again, but we have the power of the Holy Spirit on our side. We have intimacy with Jesus in this time of waiting, and that is such a cool thing. So I'm going to hold on to that. Hope you will too. And I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to keep fighting the unease and know that there is a plan bigger than I can see and imagine that is for our good. All right, y'all have a great evening.